Welcome to Kenpo for Advanced, Lesson 20. I'm Sensei Roger,
And I'm Paul.
and today we got an awesome lesson. But before we get into that, let's do a short disclaimer. Martial arts training may lead to injury or, in rare cases, death. So by the knowledge that you get from this video, or with this knowledge, knowing about how it could cause injury or death, you hold all the responsibility for any injury or possible death from the contents of this video. Let's go into the opening the fan is a technique that's in the Tracy system. It's against a right punch. Let's just do the technique and then I'm going to show you the technique. Someone's throwing a right punch. What we're going to do is a deflecting block. Right hand comes from hip to shoulder as we're stepping out of the way, moving our head. Block in here. Turn it. Parry block. Let's go back to that part again. So we're going to, I like to move my head out of the way on this. I don't like to just think I'm going to do this and block it. I move my head, and I step, push this, elbow now. Let's go back to that. So we're going to deflecting block and stepping. Moving the head, push this, parry, elbow. Now from here is a back fist, which I find to be kind of weak at this point, but that's okay because we might get our hand over here. This is not meant to be the most powerful thing. But from here, I'm raking through, I'm coming up around, I'm sweeping and taking them down. Okay, what is happening here? Let's do it.
All right.
Paul's going to throw a right punch. See, I'm blocking here, checking this here, elbow here. Let's do that a little quicker now. From here. Now from here, I hit him here. See, I got behind him. Now I can come right across the jaw, the neck. Now I can finish up with a good old punch if I like to. The technique doesn't require that because it leaves you opening for different interpretations of what to do. Stomp them, punch them. We already did a lot of techniques with that in there.
All right.
I like this move.
I do too. Let's show it full speed.
So from here,
quicker.
throw a punch at me, please. I like to grab them. Ha!
That is a good move. Anytime you can take someone to the ground, it's a great move.
Here's the problem I have with doing these blocks and steps in our techniques, is we're trying to force that in the wrong time. Throw a punch at me. A lot of times we practice it from right here, straight down the middle. I have to really get myself out. It works great if I could do that. That's why I like the deflecting block. But sometimes you can feel jammed up. Here's what I've experienced through doing some drills here in the school, trying to make these techniques work. And then we're throwing it in here, throw the punch. Now here, I can always turn it to upper block. I like that. Because if I'm here, oh crap, boom. Now I can throw the upper block, then there's the punch. Alright, throw the punch again. See, now that worked great because I was like here, my hands maybe here, throw the punch. I can move my head, I'm here. I can just go with the strike if I like.
Right.
But this is nice, now I can advance in. We use this as a fan block, as we call it. That's why it's called opening the fan. It's a fan block. Alright, let's go over this again here. Deflecting block, as we step. Parry block. You went with the right foot.
I was thinking something in my head.
Alright, try that again. Paul butchered it, guys. Alright, here
You
we
can't
go.
do two things at once.
Okay, move out of there. Block here. Parry block. Elbow. Get across like this back fist. Come up. Sweep. There we go.
No, I was thinking of a question when you were saying the particular block. If I'm a shorter guy, I'm gonna hit you. If I'm a bigger guy coming more down, then you're gonna want to take that block upward.
Throw the punch. Here was a decent range for it. The punch is too low. I'm not doing that. I'm going to do something else. Here's funny. Is the Kenpo gets a bad rep from a lot of styles. They don't like it. They say the strikes are weak. I understand that. Just like this one here. Yeah, that is weak. It can be from that positioning. But the thing is, I'm going past you anyhow. I might as well touch you.
Right.
Throw a punch at me, please. If I get you here, I can still get you. It's not the most powerful, but it might go wham. Now I got you distracted for a moment.
Yeah.
That's what I like about some of the stuff in Kenpo. Just because I do the Kenpo doesn't mean I'm the greatest in the world. And here's another thing I get told is Kenpo is just for flashiness. I don't wanna train that way. I'm not looking to be flashy. I just wanna put it out there. I've been told I was all this or that before. I don't let it bother me, but I just wanna, since we're live, I wanna talk to you guys a little bit, and what you see us do, we enjoy doing what we do. And we're not trying to be anything that we're not.
Right.
And that's what I get tired of seeing, that not just against me, but all through YouTube with other martial artists. Everyone's trying to act like they're in it for the money and this. I've been told that I'm doing this just for the money. Well, guess what? I made $600 last year on YouTube. That's not a lot of money.
I was gonna say, what money?
I put that right into the school here, into that fund. It goes right into that account. I am not making a lot of money doing this. I've been doing this 10 years to make $600 a year, if that. Now, at this point, I'm not doing it for the money. I'm not doing it for no fame, because you know what? Where am I famous at? I could walk all around the city and not be known.
Right.
So I really don't care. I do it because I love to do this. I want to share it with you guys. All right, let's go to the next technique. We're going to review a technique called 5 storms. This is something I put together myself. I kind of took away a move. This is a Kenpo move that I took away a neck break and added the ending of 7 swords. Because I don't want to show neck breaks. If I'm wrong with that, I'm sorry, but I don't want to do that. All right, come over this way, please. This is against a left punch. If the punch comes too wide, I am not doing this. I would go on the inside. Throw the punch at me. Now I can come into here. See how I'm doing it inward? Okay, I'm not going to have my hip on my hand on my hip like that. But here, oh no, here, hammer. So this is a windmill block. We covered that before. Throw the punch, please. Now I hit him. Look, his eyes right there. I chop here, and bam. Okay, the technique calls for a chop and chop. That throat is rarely going to be open for that. I don't have to chop him in the face or the nose. I could throw a hammer fist, back fist, or I could just stop here and kick him. Or I could get out of there. Or I could just not fight at all. Throw a punch at him.
If you can get away from it.
Wham! Okay, I got knocked out. Maybe
Well,
not.
it hits
You
the
punch me in
face.
the chest.
I don't understand. No,
Think about it. If you would go for my head, most people are head hunters. That's why a lot of times I'll spar with my hands down. I get told about this too. Bad habits. My hands down. I turn my back. There's tactics to that. It's for sport and fun. Here's a tactic. My hand down. Go for my head. Leaves you open for that shot to the body.
Which I felt many times.
Yeah. Okay, now there I was not right on the target of the ribs. I was kind of a little bit lower. But that's okay. But here it is. Third punch. I'm blocking here to here. Hammer. Rake the eye. Chop, chop. I think this is a cool move. This is one of my favorite type of movements here. What I like about this, throw a punch at me from this angle. I'm here. Now from this way I could advance in. Here it might not be the most powerful, but if I hit that right, that's going to knock the air out of the guy. I mean, if the guy is conditioned for it, it doesn't matter how much you know. If a guy is really tough,
He's gonna take the shot. Right. Keep coming.
throw a punch at me. Self-defense, here I might be kicking your butt or all this place, but it's not stopping you. You know what? I'm going to have to do something to stop you or I'm going to end up dying.
Get a nice clean eye rake in there though. He might be strong, but he ain't gonna be able to see you.
Eye rakes are pretty powerful. You just touch and they go, oh, I can't see.
And then you can run away.
I'm trying to get myself out of there. All right, let's go over this one. I like this a lot. But from here, what we've been teaching in the school here, I've been going over our techniques. Here's a problem with the techniques. Throw a punch. A lot of times we get relaxed. We're here to here, we're here. We got to show the move, but then we start getting bookwork. What I mean by that is we're going, all right, this is the move, and we forget about how to actually put application to it. I said all that to say all that, because here it is, throw a punch. I want fighting concepts and just the principles. So I'm not going to stand up here like this, I'm like this. I'm not here ready all the time. I might be like this, throw a punch at me. I might just be one of those, who knows? I throw the punch, make my hands down and up. See how the one hand was down lower? That made this move work a little bit nicer. Where's your position is going to make a difference on what technique you're going to do. All right, let's do this. Oh no, please don't hurt me. Here comes the punch. Here to here. Make sure your chin's not up like this. You don't want to drop your head down. You want to kind of lean in a little bit. Block, hammer, sidestep, rake, chop, chop. All right, one more thing I'm going to show you with this too is just throw a right punch for a moment. Let's come over this way. I'm going to show you different postures. Throw a punch. Okay, watch Paul's body. Paul, did you feel that block?
Mm-hmm.
Did it hurt a little bit?
Felt it.
Okay, you know it's there, right?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay, throw the punch again. Watch his body. And you see my body? Watch my body. Now throw that punch where you're going to drive it into me. No, hit me right here. Okay, see, I still got that blocked,
Right.
but you could jump up on me pretty easy. It's fine. You can see, you can see the shaking of my body a little bit and moving a little bit. All right, I'm going to change my posture a little bit. Throw that punch.
Oh, that one's, felt that one.
What happened?
I still might punch you in the face though.
Would you? do the two punches.
Yeah. And then
You
drive
might punch me, but
you've taken a driveway because you're coming
here's
in.
the thing is, when I came in here, all I had to do is move in.
Shut up your shoulder.
You're
Right.
not going to have all that power.
It would just basically skim off the top of your head at that
Yeah.
point. It wouldn't do a whole lot.
But that's why I was talking about fighting concepts. Just because I taught or teach the moves and do the moves doesn't mean that this is going to be the move I'm going to finish. I might start one on, oh crap, here comes another punch. I might have to just take that, absorb, weaken his power, or give him the crown of my head to hit. Let him break his hand on my head, I don't care. If it comes down to actual self-defense, that makes sense. I see a lot of people out there talking about how I'll get somebody killed, or other martial artists that get somebody killed doing the stuff. Some stuff is just more like for sport karate, recreational karate. Then you got your true out self-defense. And that's why I've been trying to put into this a little bit more, showing it. Instead of just, here we go, do the
And
technique.
it's keywords defense. How many times have you said just avoid any conflict if you can, but there's sometimes you just can't. You have to know something.
Yeah. Alright, we're going to finish up the video. I think that's pretty long on there. This is the last one of this series, and what we're going to do next is Kenpo for black belts. And we're not going to do any forms or katas into that series. What we are going to do is show some drills. This way, if you're a black belt, you're in a school or something, you might get some ideas of different drills to do in your group classes or just your regular classes, and have guys do it.
We're always open to suggestions if you know good drills that we could use.
Yeah, let us know too. Alright, if you haven't subscribed yet,
What are you waiting for? Except,
I'm not doing
I
that.
can do that?
Yeah, I cut it short, guys. Alright, thank you for everything, and God bless you.
I was gonna say, you're gonna say